Alright, we are live with more Factorio, which is great. I'm getting everything pulled up here. Okay, I've got chat here and everything. Should be about good. If it'll let me open it. Let me see my chat. Please. There we go. Alright, we're there. Got that set up, and I am ready to go. Let me also share that I am live. Okay, should be good. I'm gonna go ahead and continue. Alright, we're good to go. Where we left off, I was gonna be making these military science packs. Now, I've been putting some thought into it. I need to figure out the ratio of just how many of these I need. These, I'm making one every... How often? One every 6 seconds. No, I'm getting 12. So two every second. So I need 2 of these every second, which means I really need 10 of these, right? No. Yeah? Right? 2 every second means I need 10 of these. I think I had the ratio wrong, because I was all set to make 6 of these, and then no, it doesn't add up. I need... This is 2 every second, 2 every second. So I need 10 of these to make 2 every second. That means I actually do need to get these ratios fixed up a bit. I need my 20 walls, which is going to mean that I'm maxed out on stone, which this is a mess, frankly. I don't think I'm going to be making enough stone no matter how I slice it, so I might need some work to actually get the production ramped up to where it's got to go. I also need more grenades. Because I need 10 of these. Right? I'm making... How long does it take to make a grenade? It takes 8 seconds. So, if I've got 10 of those, I'll be taking pretty much 1 grenade every second. Right? Is that right? Because I'm making 10 of these. Yeah, I need all of these resources every second. 2 walls every second. So that means I need 8 grenades. I need 8 piercing rounds. No, 8 grenades, 6 piercing rounds. Yes? I think. That's not what I meant to do. Right, so... Maybe then instead of that, I just do this. Oh, wow. That's a bit of a mess, isn't it? Is there like a nice... There we go. Yeah. Now we've got it cleaned up. Yeah. In fact, I could almost do something like that. I don't know if I'll be able to avoid that, so I might as well just do that. Yeah, so 8 grenades, 6 piercing rounds. And still 1 wall, actually, conveniently. That'll be enough to get my grenades, though. 8 grenades, plus 2 more for piercing rounds. Fueling these is going to be fun, too. I think grenades, though, are actually pretty basic. That's just coal and iron. That's pretty basic. No, I'm polluting like mad. This is gonna be... I don't even know. I almost ought to do solar energy just to get started. The thing is, I need batteries to make it happen. Right, don't I? Not a discharge defense, rather like a... I mean, it's definitely like those energy accumulators, right? Where do I get those? I need batteries. Alright. Fun. These need batteries. Batteries need sulfuric acid. Okay. Yep, it's a party. Let's think. 5, 6, 7, 8. I believe it's shift right, shift left. Shift right, shift left. There we go. Okay. This is what I really need to make. If I'm gonna make solar work, I probably ought to start on these pumps. The question is, what can I do with military science that doesn't need blue science? I guess there are... I mean, I can make defenders. Is that about it? Defenders and landmines and some of these damages, I guess. Rocketry. Hey, rocketry's kind of fun. Now, granted, it only gives way to stuff that actually gives me... gives me rocket launchers. Okay. Well, I need military science to get anywhere, right? So that's still a priority. If I'm gonna make this happen, what I ought to do, honestly, is upgrade this inserter. There's no reason it needs to be that slow. Other than I didn't feel like upgrading it because I didn't want to be eating my supply of metal. This is still pretty crazy, this right here. These also... it's not that bad, though, because if you look at what goes into this, it's all just iron, steel, and copper at the end of the day. I mean, you want to talk about nasty, you look at these pump jacks and trying to figure out the ratios of cracking oil and... ugh. I always screw up the ratios, too. It's so bad. Are there only the 3 deposits here, really? I guess that's not too bad, it's just... I guess we'll make our 3 pump jacks. That's all I can make. Is there no other source of oil anywhere? Up here. Up here there's oil, but I have to deal with the inhabitants if I'm gonna get it. But I kinda have to anyway, because it's like right there. I mean, I'll be polluting it in like 10 seconds anyway. Right. So let's plan accordingly. This is gonna be a nightmare when it happens. I really ought to start building turrets at this point. In fact, I think I will. There are a few key places that I really ought to build turrets. That means I need a factory for them too. Well... yeah, alright. Let's think it through. I need turrets, and I need a lot of them. We're at the point that I really need them, in fact. I'm gonna throw these extra guns in the lake. Okay. There we go. I've got a lot of fish now. That's pretty good. How am I gonna do this? Do I do military science first or second? I guess I can start switching to solar. It's just... what it will do is it will relieve the... all of this, right? I mean, this is gonna stop producing so much pollution very quickly. This is gonna pollute for a while more. And oil drilling is just dirty business, no matter how I slice it. I need turrets before I get oil. So I say let's build these first. And I'm gonna want it up here. Am I gonna want it up here? I don't know if I'm gonna want it up there. Let's build it out here. This is kind of off in the middle of nowhere. And I have the means to get the resources out here. So this is gonna be grenades. Let's shift right click. There we go. Now I'll need a splitter for coal. And I'll also need to get iron out here, which means another splitter. This is gonna eat a lot of iron though, because grenades use a lot of the stuff. I almost feel like I ought to make this a red splitter. But if I'm gonna do that, I ought to make these red lines, right? Let's get these gear wheels and... oh, jeez. I almost need like a personal gear wheel storage. Alright. Think it through. We're gonna need a lot of red belts. In order to do this, I ought to be doing red belts at least up to here. I guess I do a red splitter at this point. And then what? Just a normal line? Because it's going to be pretty full anyway. Yeah, okay. Let's think this through. I need lots of coal and lots of iron. It would almost be nice if I could stop coal from flowing to this side, but I don't know that I can. I guess I could do some weird stuff with a second splitter that directs... no, I don't think I can. There might be a way, and I don't know it. Realistically, I could probably even do like that, and now do like red and... Oh, you know what though? How much coal does this need? 10. Yeah, that's gonna be too slow if I'm not. You know what though? I can still do it. What I'm gonna do is make the output longhand inserters. Okay, that works. That works really well, in fact. I'm gonna do it like that. I'm gonna throw just all the excess coal in these, honestly. Because I don't really want to be carrying it. Yeah, alright. And it's really slow to produce, so I'm okay to do it like this. Ooh, solar energy, alright. Concrete, railway. I'm gonna need railways soon, no matter how I slice it, so let's do that. Oh, good idea, good idea. I hate that I filled this up already. Oh, I really do. Sorry, I got room to dump this stuff. Oh, I can do way more. Then why don't I? Good chunk of these are empty, even. There we go. Yeah, there's no reason I wouldn't just do that. Now it's good. Now this really needs a lot of fast inserters. And I really do mean a lot, because it's gonna be tough. I could even go for stack inserters, maybe. If there ever was a time to do it, this would be it, but I don't know. I mean, that's a lot of inserters there. Copper's my limit now. So we'll take more copper. Now we can make basically all the fast inserters we want. I already feel like I'm gonna need at least 2 each. I definitely didn't make enough of these either. Maybe I did. I mean, not enough for 2 each, sure, but... Let's do some of that, and like so. Alright, almost there. Alright, railway finished. Automated transport, definitely a priority. And a fluid wagon would actually go pretty hard too. These production packs, these are gonna suck. These are gonna take a bit though to even get there, but they are gonna suck. Oh man. We do actually hit a stopping point, shockingly. I think I've got 8 of these. What that means is I actually can output these like this. That actually surprises me. I didn't think I could. Oh, I didn't even need to make them fast. What am I doing? You know what, though? I will eventually. Alright, that's grenades done. These things. I guess I could build it. I don't know. I am gonna need copper over here, and I've got steel already, so these need copper, steel, and iron. That's the real thing. Think it through. Right? Because these need just iron, but these need copper and steel to go with that. What I could do is... Well, I've got a few options, right? I could manufacture over here and then pump it over there. I also do eventually need enough of these. Am I making enough coal? Oh, the fact that it's running low at all is concerning, I guess. Maybe once it starts going, we'll see just what it's looking like. I'll bet I don't make enough coal by any stretch of the imagination. That's just it. These are big resource guzzling monster things to try and produce. You know what? I've already got iron there, so I can tap into this iron and set these up with copper and steel going over the top. This is going to be piercing rounds. Ah, I did the wrong one. Let's shift left click. There we go. Now these are not even going to need the iron directly. What am I doing? Oh, jeez. You know what, though? I need iron to produce these. These only need iron, in fact. So, red splitter to... maybe? Maybe red splitter? Probably red splitter. Probably red splitter. Alright, with red splitter, we do something like that. I might not even need this, actually. What I'm thinking is... Right, so this makes 2 every 6 seconds. So really it makes 1 every 3, so I only need... These make just 1. These make just 1. This is 2, this is really 1 every 3 seconds, so I actually only need like 3 of these to be piercing rounds. Right? Fortunately, 1 round per military pack. I'm making 10 of these, so I need 1 round every 10 or 1 round... I need 10 rounds every 10 seconds, or 1 round a second. Because I make 1 every 3 seconds, if I make 3 of these, I'm good. Okay. But... these need 2 of these every 6 seconds. That means I need 1 every 3 seconds, which means I need 1 a second, actually. If I... oh, that's perfect, actually. No, I need 2 every 6 seconds per each of these. So if I have 3 of these, I actually need 6 every 6 seconds. Wait, that math checks out. 1 a second. Yeah. So a single one of you will produce all the ammo I need, basically. I think this adds up. Yeah, alright. We only need 3 of these, so I'm going to set these up out here anyway. It's going to be something like that. I also will want fluid wagons. Braking force is going to take a bit to get there. So this will get me the fluid wagon. This is actually a dead end on the tech tree. Okay. We are getting there. This is enough of these firearm magazines to start producing piercing rounds. Okay, I think this adds up. I think this is right. And then I need steel, and lots of it. At some point I'm gonna need this too. I'm gonna have to start building trains. I probably ought to automate it. One of the big reasons I'll need trains is I'm gonna need this stone, I'm gonna need that iron eventually. I think I'm okay for now. Oh, one of these is close to empty though. It doesn't empty all that quickly though. Everything's still flowing actually. I know there are bottlenecks building. I just know it. Eventually these ores are gonna run out and I'll be like, what do I do? And then I'll have to fix it. In the meantime, I feel pretty good saying these are gonna go about here. I don't know. I want a long line of piercing rounds, I guess, because I'm gonna be probably stealing from it whenever I'm not researching with military science. So it's gonna look something like this. Which means inputs will go in here. Steel ought to be a long inserter. So copper should line up there. That's what I'm gathering. Okay. We're getting there. I want one of these splitters. This is gonna look a little weird. It's gonna look something like this. As much as I would love to join these together, I can't, because it's got to go all the way out there. So this also gives me more room, though, for working with copper. We're going to keep these lines tight together, though. Plus, now if I want to build... Yeah, if I want to... This might be too tight. I ought to give one bit of padding. Now if I need to join up iron later for some reason, I'll be able to. That's the big appeal here. Copper could go on the same line, I guess, right? I want copper and firearm together. And ultimately, that's going to be going here. These aren't even the right inserters. What am I doing? I need it like this. These are going to be piercing round, for sure. We'll copy and paste. Much easier. Alright. I bet that I can actually do this really nicely like this. And then I just flow it like that. Yeah, okay. I think the dog just ran off with a pillow. I don't know whether to chase her or not. I'm not sure if it's worth it. I'm just thinking through my head, like, what is she gonna do with that? I also definitely want more room to expand this later, possibly. You know what? I'm gonna have more coal at some point once I figure out how to get electric furnaces. Because then I'll get rid of all of this. All of this coal will be gone. It'll be a lot more efficient. Alright, let's think it through. Walls as well. These are 5 stone bricks each, so I need like 2 fast inserters, if not even getting the stack inserter researched. What's it take to make stack inserters? A lot, actually. Those things are rough. I think they even need fluids. Definitely advanced processing, so I'm just instantly gonna build all this just to rip it out and start cracking more efficiently. I'll almost need to just dig it up. Oh, do stack inserters use processing units, or maybe they use advanced circuits? You know what? I can search, can't I? Stack. I didn't realize that was on caps. This is what it takes to make a stack inserter? I'm looking for a bulk inserter. Oh my gosh. This is what I was thinking of. A bulk inserter. These need advanced circuits, so it's still going to be a bit. Alright, to make this as efficient as possible, I ought to branch this off, realistically. I'll branch it there. Nope, I want a bit more room, actually, before I do that. I don't love how close all of this is. Is there a way that I can, like, bridge this gap a little more effectively? There we go. It also gives me a little more room to stretch out and go something like that. Hi, Biscuit. Biscuit's the dog, by the way. Right. Let's go like this. You know what? I want room to split off if I have to. Nah, you know what? I can split, though, and just say I don't want the ammo flowing through. No, I can't. That'll break everything if I do that. What am I thinking? This is too high. Oh, man, I'm falling apart. Okay. This, though, is... Oh, I ran out of belts. That doesn't happen very often. I usually grab a bunch of belts and I'm good to go. This is also my personal belt storage, so I'm good there to just take all I want. Like that. 2 more long-handed inserters. They should make fast long-handed inserters. Has anyone considered telling the Factorio devs to make fast long-handed inserters? I think this checks out, by the way. This seems to be about as efficient as I need it to be. Because it spits out 2, I'm alright. I also need more lights. I was keeping the lights on pretty well, and then I kind of stopped. How am I for pollution? I'm okay. I'm okay for a bit. This. Oh, this is gonna... man. I dread this. I don't think I have enough stone here to even make it work. I guess I... Stone bricks are one of those things you kind of need in more places than you would realize, and yet you don't need them all that much. And I'll add, walls are one of those things that you kind of only need a finite amount. I mean, yeah, you'll want more eventually, but, like, there's an end to the reaches of your factory, you know? So what I do is I put the... I want stone bricks, I guess, stretching all the way out here. I hate it. I really hate it. Ugh. I want this to be extensible, but only so much. One single wall factory is enough. You know what? It's got to actually go one higher, because I'm going to have to do something kind of like this. Just to get the logistics right. You know what? I can back it up a little. I can give myself a little more room. It's also very rapidly turning into spaghetti out here. Alright, let's get these walls out here, I guess. Or the stone bricks, rather. I don't want to be touching any of this, and I don't really want to block that in either, but I kind of don't get a choice. I guess I can go, like, up and around. Maybe I'd even prefer to go up and around. I don't know, maybe. Let's go up and around. I don't think I'll ever regret going up and around, you know? Like, I'll always be glad I went the long way because it opened the door for more opportunities like this to dodge all my other stuff. Oh, this is not what I want to do. Ultimately, it's gonna be... I'm gonna want it to kind of run by like that. So it's going to be like this. There we go. I love, by the way, that you've got that green highlighting now when you reach the edge of just how far your underground rails can go. Or underground conveyors, rather. It's really nice. That wasn't always the case. Whoever thought of that is a genius, honestly. Am I producing enough stone bricks? Truthfully, I don't know. I really don't. I think so. Do I have enough stone flowing in? I don't love my rate of production, but I think so? And to be fair, the answer in this game is always no, you don't have enough, but... Is this not flowing through? Oh my gosh, it's going the wrong way. Oh, what am I... Take it. There we go. Jeez. It's because I built it the wrong way. I started down here and went up. Which was a mistake. Let's do that just to be on the safe side. Probably put it out here, I guess. Then it's not in the way at all. Producing these quickly is going to be a struggle. Oh, I've already got one. Oh, well. These also need to be spit out pretty rapidly. Something like this. I'm still not making these fast enough. That's crazy. Just how many bricks I actually need. Well, at this point, I almost ought to... I definitely need one, though, to keep that going. So let's do it like this. Maybe even like that. Just to stretch my range as much as I can. Do I have enough bricks flowing? Shockingly, yes. How? Do I have enough stone? Apparently. This is mind-blowing to me. I really thought I wasn't productive enough. And then... how many of these do I need? I need 10. I need 10 of these assembling machines. And I run out of iron just after I make them. Wow, that's threading the needle perfectly. I'm actually shocked that this is working as well as it is. I thought for sure my math was off with the stone production. Maybe it is. Maybe I haven't had enough time to realize how off the mark it is. I don't know, though. It filled the whole line really fast. You know what? It is kind of draining slowly but surely. You see, this is... you know what, though? I've got, like, 2 more factories that... I've got 1 more factory that's not even running. And really, I could tap into this, too, if I needed to. Interesting stuff. Do I actually need 10 of these? Really? No, there's no way it's 10. Right? 2 every 10 seconds. Is that really the ratio I settled on? Hold up. I think I might have forgotten these make 2. 12 of these, so I get 1 every half a second. I think I did. Because if I want 1 every half a second, I need 10 of them. That's right. Okay. This does add up. Okay. Now, I definitely need long-handed inserters at some point, so I'm thinking this is the line that's going to use them. Do I want to build up or down? Or out? Maybe I build out. Yeah? You think? Maybe? I feel like I'm gonna hate myself for blocking myself in here, though, if I do that. I'm already somewhat locked in with these, but I have room to the other side. That's part of the struggle, is how do I make this extendable? Or extensible, rather, is probably the better term. I guess I've got, like, all the room in the world up here. I don't really have a reason not to be closer, other than I might want this space later. Let's do it. Let's build these up. Alright. We're almost there. Jeez, this is a struggle. Getting it all worked out exactly how it needs to be done. And this is going to be, like, just right. Alright, and then up. And then I'll want something like this out here. Oh, I screwed it up. Because I'm gonna want... Not that. It's got to be closer than that. I'm gonna want like this. I ran out of conveyors again. That's okay. How's pollution looking? Did I just see... I thought I saw the little warning sign there, so I was about to panic. Good news is I can also steal all these walls and everything as much as I want them. I'm not sure I'm producing wall or stone bricks fast enough. I must be, though, for it to be backing up like that. I thought I got the ratio of stone bricks right. Yeah, because I determined how many of these I can spend every... Yeah, I got it right. Okay, that's fine then. And then we build up like this. What that means is somewhere in here I'm going to have to backtrack. There we go. Not my greatest design. Certainly not my proudest moment, but it's acceptable. Let's even keep it even, right? It looks nice when you keep it even. Plus, it kind of has to be anyway, because if I'm going to have the long-handed inserters in the middle, this is like the perfect pattern to maximize your small electric poles. I need more. What am I doing? Okay. And then long-handed inserters, I need 10? I think it's 10. Plus a lot of small poles. I'm gonna need more wood at some point, I'm realizing. I do have the other ones, though. Like the medium ones that don't use wood, so I can think about that. Yeah, it's like this. We'll ride that. Perfect. maybe I don't even need this. Yeah? Are we there? Did we get it? Oh man, and the ratio's right. I don't know that I've ever gotten the ratio right. Oh, this is incredible. Look at that. We've done it. It's incredible. It's great. I'm so happy with this. Look at that. We've got military science worked out. Oh, I'm not quite there because I need more... I need to actually insert these science packs too. I'll bet that I can even do it like this. And now I can even... Ooh, now we're good. Is there nothing inserting this? This one wasn't even running. That's funny. What am I doing? That light needs to go. We'll put that light, I don't know, somewhere else. Maybe I just throw it down out here or something. Yeah, man, that's kind of cool, right? Do I have enough power? I haven't upgraded the power in a while. I'm actually making a lot. More than I realized. Ooh, is coal running? Coal is running out. I was afraid this would happen, and I'm not shocked to see it. It still sucks a lot. Sucks a lot. And this actually ran out too while we're on the subject. Let's do that. Okay. How am I gonna do this then? Probably a rail line to tap into the coal. Where even is more coal? I thought I saw more not too far away, but now I'm suddenly realizing... Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's a lot more up there. It's kind of fun that they do encourage you to build rail lines, though. I don't know, I think it's kind of neat. What's the best way to go about it, though? I can build more drills out here in the meantime, I suppose. How do I even want to do this? Probably like that. I don't want to be possibly grabbing any copper with it. So something like this. There we go. We got there. This will be at least an okay start. Long term, I'm gonna need pumps as well. And I should have gun turrets ready for that time. Which nests need to go? They kind of all do, but... My pollution's actually not that out of hand. Weird as it is to say with this big old cloud here. This is going to be horrible. I see that setting up. So let's take care of that one, I guess. That one's going to be a problem before anything else. I don't even know what that is. Keep an eye on the dog. She's crunching on a bone, so I hear her. And I just want to make sure she's good to go, but she definitely is. Let's grab more wood while I'm out here, because I don't make it this far all that often. Oh, you know what? I bet the trees are actually keeping the pollution under control. So I don't want it to get too bad. I don't want to cut down too much of the forest. This is actually making everything that much more manageable. Is this just one worm out here? I mean, that's pretty easy. I almost could have left him there. Oh well. What's this up here? Probably the next one to go, if I'm being honest with myself. Plus, they're guarding a lot more oil that I want. So I really do need to get on top of it. If I want that oil, I've got to deal with this. Do I have enough ammo? Probably not. That'll be like 40 more. This is actually not the biggest one that I've faced, weirdly enough. Just really hoping to get in there and kill you first. These worms are nasty business, is the deal. They'll destroy you so quick. So you've got to just take care of them when you have the chance. Plus their acid sits on the ground. You really don't want to let it accumulate. I do have the option to eat some fish. But I probably just kill this first. And then I eat fish. What's the key to eat fish? I forget. It's right click. It's right click to eat fish. Mystery solved. This actually went shockingly well. I thought this would be a lot worse. I was all set for the other shoe to drop, and it just didn't. Whew. You know what the other shoe is going to be? I'm going to come back and realize my whole factory got eaten because another camp migrated or something. I hesitate to even joke about that because I know it's absolutely going to happen at some point. That I'm out here and I'm trying to set up oil and then the aliens are eating my factory. Alright, let's build this. Let's build a few of these. Fluid handling is just wild in this game, honestly. I mean, it's something else, trying to get the ratios right for fluids. At least I don't have to worry about the speed of everything flowing. For the most part. For the most part. I think there are a few things where you've got to keep an eye on making sure the oil really does flow how you need it to. Let's see here. I've got my pump jacks ready, so I ought to start drilling. I'm gonna want some of these. What's my barrier to success? Probably... I don't even know. Oh, steel. I don't have nearly as much steel as I thought I did. Well, I probably did, and then I spent it. That's what happened. Alright, we do have a backlog here, so we're gonna start accumulating enough grenades that the coal will replenish. And I'll have so many that I'll be at least on top of military science for a bit. But yeah, coal is my biggest problem. I guess I could start building rails too. I don't know if I'm quite ready for rails, or if I want to start doing blue science first. I kind of want to do blue science. Big reason being, once I get blue science, I can start focusing on getting laser turrets. And then I don't have to worry about setting up ammo production to defend myself. That's the big appeal. I ought to start drilling crude oil. Let's just build 5 of these. I also really ought to start doing these electric poles as opposed to like the medium ones. As opposed to the small ones. We'll throw you down up here, I think. That'll be enough to get all of these hooked up. If I do it in the right spot, and I think that's right. Pipes, I want a lot of them. That's a lot of pipes. That'll keep me set for a while. I'm definitely gonna want these. These will connect way out here. That'll even get me to a far side of that, which is pretty good. Alright, oil processing. We've started drilling oil. Oh, plastics, definitely important. Sulfur, also important. Sulfur first, but I really need both of them. Basic oil processing gets me petroleum, gas, and solid fuel. The problem is, you don't actually need all of it, right? You don't need all the petroleum, gas, and all that, right? Oh, I forgot I need water for this. Do I want to build pipes all the way back, or do I want to build a train with a fluid car? What am I thinking? You know what? My dog's out of the room. I'm going to check and make sure she's not doing something she shouldn't. I will be right back. I'm back. And I was muted. I'm back. I grabbed the pillow that my dog took with her. It's really funny. I went upstairs to look for it. She put it with her stuff right next to her toys, which is really funny. That's like her way of saying she's decided it's hers. And she just set it up right with all of her other stuff. She's actually really smart, I think, as far as dogs go. It's just funny to see. I absolutely do get a kick out of my dog, I'll put it like that. She does things that you would never think of a dog doing. Like, she also... What are you doing, Biscuit? she learns really well when we decide it's time for her to like go to sleep. She knows that we try to get her cornered and then put her in her, I don't want to say the word, but, you know, her crate. We don't call it that, so. When we put her in there, we have to find new ways to corner her, to capture her and crate her up every single day. Because she keeps getting smarter and smarter and doesn't make the same mistakes twice. And there are things we used to do when she was a puppy that just don't, they still don't work, even though she's a lot, well, not a lot older. She's like a year and a half. But she's older now, and she still remembers. I'm petting her right here, by the way. She's trying to get attention. Maybe I can... Come here, Biscuit. Hi. Yep. There you go. Every single day, we've got to find a new way to take care of her escape artist tendencies. It's really funny, though. What we've started doing is we've started just grabbing the baby gates that we use to keep her from going upstairs, and we arrange them kind of around the house in ways that she gets herself, like, stuck in one long corridor. And then we get her stuck at the end. And that makes it so she actually... We don't have to be so creative, because when you give her only one path to take, she's kind of stuck. But she's very wise to when we start putting up the gates, so she, like... She's even started recognizing the different phrases we'll use to say that it's time to go. I'm not even gonna say the words. She did leave, but I can. When we say it's time for us to, like, go upstairs or, you know, sleep or whatever, she's back. She grabbed another pillow. It's probably gonna be with her toys when I go upstairs. She's figured out, basically, the things that we say to indicate it's time for us to lock her up. So she just runs away every time we even talk about it. I don't know. I've never seen a dog do that before. But now that we've got her, she does it all the time. Alright. I need a lot of water, it turns out. I almost think a railway would make the most sense for water. Do I have the resources to make a tank for water storage? That's a fluid wagon, so that's... Oh yeah, I can make storage tanks. I was looking for storage tanks and couldn't find them. I figured it out. Alright. More iron is in order. It's probably time to build this railway, right? Biscuit. Hey. She just plays with her toys so rough, and I really don't want her to be that rough with our pillows, but... To the point where I've probably got to stop her again. I'll be back. No. Not a puppy toy. No. It occurs to me, I think I have the desktop and mic inverted here. I think you've actually been able to hear me, but I turned off the desktop audio, so that was a mistake. Oh well. You heard me yelling at her that, yeah, it's not a puppy toy. She dropped it by accident, so conveniently I didn't have to chase her that hard. because she dropped it trying to take it up by her toys. Alright, let's build more rails because I'll need them. The good news is, I don't think the aliens do a ton to your rails. Maybe I'm dead wrong and it's actually gonna really be bad, but like... Gotta get this built. You know what? I don't have nearly enough rails for this. I ought to just build all of them. And now grab more... What am I short on? Stone, it looks like. And steel is on the way down. It's not bad, but it is on the way down. And there's no reason not to replenish, right? Got a lot of walls, it looks like. That is way close to running low, that one there. I'm hoping I've got enough other ones to keep it sustained for a while, though. I gotta put rails on the hotbar, because you do need trains to make it happen in this game. What I want is a lot of space, actually. How is this not letting me build? Yeah, I made it too long. I thought I... Alright. There we go, I think. Does that flow together like I think it does? No, not at all. Alright, we got it. Now I will need the... Ooh, I need an engine for that. And do you know what engines need? Oh, are we in luck? It needs a factory, because I can only make them in factories. Ah! You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build one factory. I'm not even going to hook it up properly, because I'm going to need an engine factory somewhere else. I'm pretty sure if it's not blue science, it's the production packs. This is going to be an engine. 20 steel, 20 gear wheels, 40 pipes. 40 pipes. That's 40. Oh wait, I already had 40. You know what, though? I still want a lot of pipes. Alright, we got there. Automobiles? Do I want a car? Flammables, I almost never study, and I should. Ooh, now here's some options. Flamethrower turret. Oh, you know what, though? It consumes oil. That's alright. I do need it to eventually get the rocket silo, so we'll still do flammables. Alright, I've got my pipes. I need... What else does the engine need? 2 pipes. Right, I need 20 gear wheels and 20 steel. Okay. Alright, let's get our gear wheels. I'm just gonna steal them off this line rather than make them. Okay. Convenient. There we go. That'll be enough to get our train built. Now, I also want 10 electric circuits. Do I have... Those just feed directly in, so I can't take them. I know I need a fluid wagon. I'm also definitely gonna need 2 train stops, right? I definitely need 2 train stops. So let's do train stops first. Let's do it something like that. And what next? Batteries I definitely need. This other train stop will go down here, something like this. Okay. Without a train, there's not really a whole lot to do there. I guess I can have the train grab everything up here and down there and drop it off where I want it to go. Like, over here or something. That is the right direction. I wanted to make sure. I had forgotten to check the direction first. I just happened to choose the right way. Let's check on these engines getting built. How many does it contain? 10? I can build a fluid wagon because I definitely need one. Where am I getting limited? Iron and copper are both getting low. So let's replenish. New tip, pump connection. I actually don't know how to hook up a pump to a car. So that's something I should figure out. A pump will connect a stationary fluid wagon when they're aligned correctly. Alright, that's really good to know. I need a pump to do that. I see, because I'm used to doing... What do I usually do? Is that like an offshore? Is that right? Is that called an offshore pump? Yeah, no. Where's the... What's the difference between a pump and an offshore pump? And where... There's the... Okay, I see. So I've never built a pump before, in case you can't tell. Mostly because I've never built fluid cars before. Usually I just built a ton of pipes to get the oil back. Which is not the best strategy in hindsight, but... What do I know? Did the pump use an engine? It did. Oh, that sucks. What does the engine need? A gear wheel, 2 pipes, and a steel plate. There we go. I didn't realize the pump used an engine. Whoops. That was a pretty big oversight on my part, gotta say. Alright, we're almost there. Oh, you know what? I'll probably need one more to get the fluid out as well. I'm glad I thought of that before I got too carried away. Wouldn't that have been terrible? I build the pump and I don't even know what I'm saying. I lost my train of thought and just started rambling incoherently. In hindsight, I probably should have built the train instead of the pump, because the train requires a little more time. Alright, and I will need an offshore pump as well to get water. Build it there. Let's put the train down here. Oh, and the train needs... Ah, I have coal right here, though. I'm good. Alright, let's splitter this off. I'm actually really lucky that I happen to have the coal right here. Energy accumulators. That will make it so that I no longer need this and just do solar panels, which is kind of the dream. Oh, I hate that. Let's do it like this then. Alright, and then I'll want a fast inserter, and I'll need a pump. Well, I should do the fluid car, right? The fluid wagon. I want pipes up, and then I will need the pump to go, like, here. Let's do that. These both need power, actually. Or should I have just done medium? Medium might have actually been enough. Nah, it wouldn't. I would need another one. It would have to be like there and then... Alright. There we go. This thing's filling with water. It's actually really quick. I'm pretty happy with that. I want it to be automatic. Let's add Alexander Shepard, weight condition, full cargo, and full fuel. And it will go to Tucker Brisson where it needs empty cargo. Alright, full fuel is happening right now. I think I can enter the train and ride it. Once this is filled, it should take off and I can ride the train up. Alright. Look at this. We've done it. And that's going to wait basically forever because I don't empty it yet. But that's cool. Now I've got water up here. Alright, let's do... Honestly? Let's just build this. And then we'll grab our pump. This does not need to be in my hotbar, by the way. Either do these realistically. I don't use those like ever. Something like this. And then make that a medium electric pole. That'll be large, and then we'll do... There we go. Okay. What we need is another pump. Is this not lined up right? How do I pump out? It's probably not set up right. Something like this. Will that hook up if I get power here? Let's try it. I need more power for sure. But I don't need a ton of power out here. If I said I need more power, really what I meant is I need more distance. Oh wow, I'm really like that short. As much as it kind of sucks being that short, I'm like, I also kind of need... Can I give myself a little... I can give myself a lot more leeway, in fact. This... There we go. This is emptying. And then it should take off again. Alright. That's pretty good. We got our first train built. We got military science packs built. We got the prerequisites done to mine oil. I'm pretty happy with today. That being said, excuse me, I'm probably gonna have to call it a day. Yeah. My wife's home. I want to see her. I should eat at some point. Got a few things to do tonight, so I'm gonna call it. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the stream, then please feel free to give me a follow. That would be very cool. If you didn't enjoy it, I don't know what to say. Like, why are you here? But I'm going to be calling it. So, yeah. I will see you next time. Maybe, definitely sometime later this week. Possibly tomorrow. We'll see. I think tomorrow I'll be able to. So I'm going to call it. Thanks again, and I will see you next time. Bye!